What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Schneep review, and today we're going to be talking about Marty Supreme. I went to go watch it last Friday, and boy, was it a freaking crazy movie. So let's just get into it. I think two of the strongest factors that movie brought to us was the casting. The casting was very interesting. We had Kevin O'Leary, Tyler the Creator, and then Timothy Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow. Those were basically our main group of actors, and low-key, Kevin O'Leary did well, pretty well. He basically played himself, but I was surprised. And same with Tyler. I feel like he brought a pretty cool performance. And obviously the other two are actors, so they did great. So that was awesome to see. I think it was very bold, but it worked. And the other thing I would add is the music. For me, a rule of thumb is any movie that's gonna be good needs to have a good soundtrack. And so I think Marty Supreme did a really good job of that. So let's talk about some of the scenes here. So first of all, the intro scene with the intro credits was very interesting, an interesting choice. I'm not going to describe it, but if you know, you know. That was strange in the theater. And then also there was the honey scene. That was also what the heck? What are we... I mean, I guess it added something to the story. I could not decipher what it added, but there you go. Adding on to that, there were a lot of post-World War II references as well, which is kind of surprising. The film does take place in the 1950s, so it makes sense, but it was kind of cool to see, actually. It might just be me, but I feel like I'm noticing a trend with a lot of these more recent film productions where there's a lot older women messing around with younger guys. And I guess that's not really a problem, but it's an interesting dynamic. And I guess Marty Supreme decided not to diverge from that trend. So that happened. Those scenes are kind of why I think, I mean, they contribute to why the movie's so crazy. But ultimately, the pacing of the movie and just the story, it's pretty insane. I know that it's loosely based on the actual Marty tennis player that was around in the 1950s. So it's not all accurate, but the story is insane. I remember being in that theater. It was physically challenging to keep up with what was happening. It was that crazy. And I think that was good, but I missed some of the moments where it could have been a little bit slower and we got maybe some deeper dialogue between characters. Instead of constant action-packed scening. But I think it still worked, right? It was good, and it was very, very engaging. I did forget to add though, there are some really cool shots that the movie shows us, just of whether it's the ping pong tables or the different locations. It's it captivates you a lot, and so I think that is definitely another strength of the movie. One of the weak points from the movie was definitely the dialogue. Not the dialogue in and of itself, but especially Timothy and Tyler both kind of talked very modern, not 1950s at all. So that very much took me out of the movie. Especially Timothy though. I don't know, he kind of sounded like a frat dude. So I didn't really mess with that too much, to be honest. I feel like they should have tried to maybe make it a little bit more realistic. We did get to see Marty, the actual character, grow throughout the movie. I think that was a very strong point as well. And the ending was very interesting. We were not expecting that to just cut off like that, because the movie was so crazy and it was kind of building up to something else. But in a way, it kind of worked. So all in all though, for a movie with that cast and a budget of 70 million, that was very good. A24 is it's almost hit or miss. But I was pleasantly surprised. I feel like it was a definitely modern movie, but it was very upbeat. It had its energy, and I would definitely recommend. It's a good watch, especially during this year. I feel like this year the movies just weren't that insane. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next year as well, especially the movies. So you guys will hear me talk about this a lot. But yeah, go watch that movie. Pretty good. If you guys want to hear any other reviews or see me review anything else, just let me know. I'll try to take care of that. But yeah, I think that's all for me. So I will see you guys soon. Peace.